Guys, Chris Lopez here at the pit once again with JerseyBeast.tv. If you want to check out the gym, JerseyStrengthPit.com. Let's get into number 4 on the top 5 mass building methods. Number 4, eccentric training, negative rep training. Anybody who is on bodybuilding forums or reads bodybuilding books knows that the negative portion of exercises is usually the strongest portion. You can handle more weight on negative curls than you can on a positive portion of the curl, right? Because you are fighting against the weight and gravity. The thing about negative rep training is that it destroys your muscle fibers. It blasts the hell out of them because you are trying to stay contracted with this weight. You are trying to stop it from gravity. You're trying to stop it from coming down. But if you're starting to do eccentric training, make sure you do it on a machine where you're safe, where you have a spotter, so you don't get stuck under a bar. That happened to me in high school. I was doing eccentric training in high school, and I was benching on a Smith machine because my high school didn't have a bench, and I forgot to set the safeties, and I got stuck, and I was under the weight for probably 40 minutes until a girl had to come save me, and that's the most embarrassing thing I think that happened to me in high school, because some people asked me about it the next day. But eccentric training is key. Now, again, a little bit of a thing to remember is that it's an ego. It's going to hurt your ego. You know what I mean? It's an ego smasher because everybody wants to train for the pump. Everybody wants to see. You want people to see you at the gym curling like 135 or something like that, right? Well, guess what? Eccentric training is not glamorous. People are going to look at you and look like, it's going to look like you're using too much weight, because chances you probably are. When eccentric training, as long as you have a spotter or you're in a safe environment, is very, very, very effective. But the idiots at the gym will look at you like, bro, you're doing that wrong. They're going to come over to you and ask you about it. So just be prepared for that, all right? You're not going to get a sick pump from eccentric training, but you will be sore the next couple days. I can pretty much guarantee that. And you can do eccentric training with everything. You can do it with squats, you can do it with pull-ups, you can do it with push-ups, you can do it with rows, you can do it with shoulder press. Anything you can think of, you can train the negative portion of the movement. One thing to keep in mind with eccentric training is that you're going to need a lot of recovery time. If this is the basis of your workout, now what I would do is, do your compound movements first. If you're going to concentrate on the eccentric training style of mass building, do your compound movements first. Hit a few warm-up sets, regular sets, right? And then hit a working set, another regular set, right? And then the last set, do the eccentric portion of the movement. So essentially, again, for an example, bench, you're on the bench, do your warm-up, right? Throw a little more weight on, another warm-up set, a little more weight, another warm-up set. And maybe after 3 or 4 warm-up sets, you hit your 1 or 2 working sets, you're blasting out a lot of weight, right? Right? Maybe you throw on another working set, you're feeling good that day, you hit another working set, so that's 2 working sets. And then you take that weight you used the last working set on, and you unrack it and fight it as long as you can on the way down. Just make sure you have a spotter. One thing you can do if you don't have a spotter and you're at a typical gym that has machines, you can do your regular working sets on the bench, and then find the chest press machine and use that for the eccentric movement. It'll work the same way. I mean, you're just trying to crush those muscle fibers. It will work, all right? But the key with eccentric training is safety. If you're doing an exercise that you can't get out of, like a barbell squat, and you're not in a cage, you probably shouldn't do negative rep training. Go over to the leg press or a similar machine where you can hit the negative portion and there's some safeties that you can rack the weight if you need to. All right? That's number 4, guys. Stay tuned for number 5. and I'll see you then. Peace out.